Hey everyone, welcome back to Painted. I am Maury Curtis Dunbar. I am your hostess of the messiest studio in operations these days, and I am happy to be back here with you. Looking over there, oh, it's my face. I couldn't figure out what was pink behind me. So I hope we're all doing our good job with our face masks. This is one of mine. You gotta wear them, you might as well have a little sense of humor about it all. So today we're gonna work on some more patriotic, fun holiday decor. Now you saw me doing the mugs and the travel cups. We've done our church, we've done our cross, we've done, we've done sun, we've done aprons, we've done all kinds of things. But now it's time to work on table decor. So you probably have some of this stuff at home. I happen to have made a run to the dollar store and found some fun things to work on. So first I'm gonna flip the camera down and we're gonna go here. All right, so I'm gonna open up my iPad. Hi from Tallahassee, Florida. Hello, Susan. I'm going to open up my iPad over here to my left so that I can actually see what you all are saying. Of course, I'm going to turn the volume down so I don't have to listen to myself talk. Bad enough you all have to listen to me. I don't need to do it too. And I'm going to open up here so I can see what you're saying, because I really have to have this angle down for you to watch what I'm doing today. Otherwise the camera is just in a bad place. So let me get my page open here. Of course, it takes a second. All this stuff, you have to wait for Facebook to load it so that I can open it up for me. Turn the commenting on so I can read those. All right, great, awesome. Hey Manetta, nice to see you. So the first thing we're going to work on, and I have cleaned and applied foil adhesive to all of this, so I've jumped that step for you. You don't have to watch me do it. This is a cutter Citronella candle. You know, you need them this time of year for the mosquitoes. But I thought it would be kind of fun to make this 4th of July. Now these come in enamel tins. I sanded it, I cleaned it, sanded it, and applied our Artsyville foil adhesive. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna play with some different foils on the side, different sides, and see what kind of effect. And we're gonna be playing with all kinds of stuff today, because I have many, many things sitting here waiting to be foiled. I have buckets, I have candles, I have even got a huge bin that we're gonna do that you can put ice in. Now, not everybody is going to have big parties and stuff, I get that. But you know what, this would be nice to have just for yourself. So first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna cut this in half. We're using our 3D holographic star foil on 2 of the sides. And then we're gonna use something else on the other sides. I haven't decided what. But this is our 3D holographic star foil, and look how cool that is. Hey Rachel, nice to see you here too. Let's try to get the foil to not stick where I don't want it to stick, enough that I get it to stick where I do want it to stick. All right, there's my little toothbrush. I could use a bigger scrub brush on this, but the toothbrush size is such that it's much easier if I just do it this way. The first side I've got to do to me so that I can release enough foil to flip it on its side so you can see what I'm doing with the other ones. It's not bad, not great. Let me see if I get a little better release by using a bigger brush. Let's see how I did. Oh, that's better. So these are never going to be perfect, and that's okay. But look how cute that is with the 3D holographic stars on it. I like it better than the brown speckles. But you do get a really good release, but it will leave a little bit behind. So if you don't like that, you can come back over later with another foil, or you can just sprinkle some glitter on it, which is my answer to anything that might be leaving missed spots. I might want to cover with something else. Everything's better. Krista Vind used to say everything's better with a little bit of teal. I'm starting to say everything's better with a little bit of glitter. All right, let me get that on there. So now I can show you what I'm doing. I've laid this on the surface. I'm laying it out. I'm taking a brush, I'm scrubbing it. And now we're gonna release. That side released actually really nicely. So you can see how well that released. Where do you get the foil? You buy them from me here at paintedstudio.com. Just look under the foils. And when I list, of course, when I answer these questions in writing from our page, I will provide a direct link for you on the answer to your question, because that's what I try to always do. But otherwise, you can just go to paintedstudio.com and hunt for them. All right, so we did stars on the sides, and those came out pretty darn well. So now what do I want to do on the other sides? I can do blue pebbles. I think we're gonna do blue pebbles on this one just because it's a nice change of texture from the smaller glitter stars that I've been using so much of lately. So I think I'll just do a little bit of that. I gotta get the tape off, and of course it doesn't want to come back now. My fingernails don't want to lift anything. You know, I'm having a manicured moment. My fingernails just don't want to work. Okay, I'm gonna cut a little piece there. This is our blue pebbles foil. Tape that back up so it doesn't roll around on the table. And I'm going to cut this in half just because it makes it easier to work with. I cut everything to sizes that make my life easier. All right, so I'm going to flip this so you all can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to make sure I got it wide enough. I'm going to roll it on, smooth it down with my fingers, and move it to the center. I gotta flip this camera just a little bit better angle. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing on the camera, so you can see what I'm doing. So I don't know if you can see this catch. I can get it. There's a slight. This part is a little lighter than this part, and what this part is the air bubble you hear me talking about frequently. So if I run my fingers over this air bubble, I can make it spread, and I get nearly a flawless release of my foils if I can do that. And I try really hard to do that. So I'm shifting this so I can see the bubble. And I think I only need to take my toothbrush and scrub in one little spot here, because everything else should be really well released thanks to that air bubble. Yes! That really released well. Now I got a little spot here that needs me to go over it there, but just to show you by what I mean by that air bubble release, you can see it's nearly perfect there, whereas the air bubble wasn't right there, so it didn't get that spot. So I'm just gonna go back over it with my foil. And this, again, the pattern is gonna hide the patching. I'll go back in, scrub it, fix it, and we're good. All right, now we have this side, and I think I'm just gonna do these both with the blue, because this, I might want it to carry over from just the 4th of July in my backyard. My backyard colors for things are white and blue and yellow and green, and I think that would look really good as a part of that, because I'm gonna use this sucker. I bought a Citronella candle to use it in my backyard, and then I realized it's in a tin. Why not foil it? Okay, maybe I'll just sprinkle some red glitter on this and see what happens. But I'm not going to do any glittering right now until I've finished doing the rest of this. So now we've got this gorgeous. Do you think the foil will work on polymer clay? Yes, once you bake your polymer clay and it's hard cured, put the foil adhesive over it and it'll work just fine. How do I know? I've done it. My son used to make a lot of stuff with polymer clay and I would foil it. So here we go. We've got this with the holographic 3D stars, which I love, and then we've got the blue pebbles in our citronella. I am not putting it in here because I don't want to try to set the foil on fire. I will seal that with a top coat later, and I'll probably glitter it, knowing me. So when I went to look for citronella candles, I also found these little aluminum buckets. Now, how cute would these be? Filled with sand, and you make tea lights out of them, or you can put little bouquets of sprinklers in, sparklers in them, or you can put reusable party straws in them if you filled this with sugar instead of sand. So there's lots of fun ideas that this is great for. And these have been lightly sanded, then cleaned with denatured alcohol, and then we put foil adhesive on it. So I think we're gonna try different foils on these to see how they take. Now this is our holographic zigzag, which I love, and again, festive, summery, highly reflective, all kinds of good things to have on something that you might want to either have candles or sparklers or something like that in. And I'm not doing any one of these the same. I want them all to be different. Okay, whoops, well, I stuck that to something else. Let's put that down there like that. We're gonna put our bucket down here. Carefully lay it down and then lightly drape this over, because this is gonna wrap on an angle because it's a cone shape. So I have one spot right here where it won't have gotten adhered, and I'll deal with that once I deal with the rest of this. And this is gonna be a fairly flawed release because it's crinkly and it's in a odd shape, and I'm doing this on camera, so that guarantees that it's gonna do something weird. All right, and I'm just rubbing the edges with my fingers to make sure everything's adhered, and then I'm gonna take my scrubber and go after it. Now, if this comes out the way I'm hoping it will, it's gonna be a sharp looking bucket. Hey Sherry, nice to see you here. Oh gosh, it's so good to see everybody here on a beautiful, what day is it? Thursday, gosh. It's so hard now, I keep losing track of the days. All right, so we're gonna peel this back and see how it releases. And if I don't like the release, I just peel back and I go down like this again. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Let's put more on. But this actually looks good. Look at my disco holographic zigzag bucket. That's fun. Let me find that one spot that I missed in the back. Right there. Rub it with my fingers. Now, what you might not realize is even though we got this great release, there's probably still sticky spots. So I can choose, if I want to take maybe some of this foil, and we'll just get a fresh piece. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it with the blue stars because the blue stars has got the glitter, and that pattern might reflect a little better once I cut a piece. So there's lots of ways to handle sticky spots where you might have missed with your foil. You can just top coat it, you can sprinkle glitter, you can rouge some mica powders on it, or you can take some more foil, wrap it over the same place, and you're going to get a very, very imperfect release. But what this will do is create a little bit of hot color pop on spots that you might have missed releasing the other foil. See, like I can see right in here, I didn't get this whole groove around here. So if I push foil into it, I get a little pop of colors, like a little blue right in there, which I really like. Not a lot though. I had such good release with the foil that I almost didn't need to do this. I'm just gonna keep going back over this ridge a little bit with my fingers and making sure that anything that needed some foil on it. I got such a good release on this, there's almost no place for this foil to release, but you can see how that works. You get a little bit of the blue in with the hologram, so that's very cute. All right, so we're gonna set that to the side, and I think we'll do this one with our red, silver, and blue, because I like this. I like this foil a lot. I think it's very, very cute. Stick it over here on my pad. Oh, thank you, Susan. That's very kind of you. I think it looks great too. All right, let's cut a piece. I gotta cut it away from other things that are sticky. And there's my piece of the red, silver, and blue stripe. And cover this up. We've got some new foils coming in too this week that are kind of interesting looking. We'll have some tie-dyes that come in, a purple and pink tie-dye. We've got, what else have we got coming in? I have to think. I ordered some very cool stuff, and little gold hearts, all kinds of stuff. All right, this is gonna be an interesting one because wrinkles may not work to my advantage on this. We're gonna find out though. I'm just gonna rub, hope for the best. Rub on here, hope for the best. It's either gonna be great or it's gonna really, really be bad. Could be one, could be the other. Actually, could be a little bit of both. All right, so we're not getting a really sharp release here, but that's still really fun. I mean, even broken like that, I kind of really love it. It's just a little bit of a mess with the stripes. When you wrap it around, it V's in one spot, so you're kind of fighting your foil right in the back where everything meets. Let me see if I can just do a little fix up in here and see what happens. It's either going to be really good or a big mistake. All right, there we go. That's not bad. It just fixed that one empty spot there. So the next thing I'm going to do then is grab that same blue foil that we used on the other bucket. I'm going to wrap it around here and just use it to pick up any spots that might have gotten missed. It's definitely releasing some blue on this. Yeah, and it's since it's not the same blue, it just kind of looks like a little funky highlight in there. I really like that. That actually came out really cute. I like that. So there's our little red, white, or red, silver, and blue bucket. That's so cute. Okay, we got another one. All right, this one I think we're just gonna go straight red, or straight red stars, glitter stars. It's so cute, I love this. Oh, these don't wanna let go. Now, if you notice, I did not underpaint any of this, which we normally do, but I wanted the metal to shine through as opposed to a paint color on this. So I just put the foil adhesive directly on these little galvanized aluminum buckets. I did clean them really well though before I did that, and then lightly sanded. Okay, let's get that there. And let's get that there. It's like wrapping a weird burrito. So this is going to come off very, very, very broken look. I can already see it from the way it's releasing. So we're going to get a very fractured look on this, and I'm okay with that. Because then we're going to take this and we're going to pick up a little more on some of the spots that got missed. piece it together a little bit. Get a little more. So we've got this very messy broken finish, but instead of leaving it like that, again, we're gonna get a piece of the fresh Blue Stars foil and we're gonna wrap that around there. I'm not using that other one because there's been enough released randomly all over that surface that I won't get as smooth a release as I would be hoping for. All right. I am very good with this kind of half broken up release on these because I think that looks more weathered and interesting on these. Okay, let's get in here a little bit. Stiffer brush. That's better. And it wants to stick to our next project, which is the candles. That's better. It's getting a little more on there. I just needed a slightly stiffer brush than what the toothbrush was doing on this. I really like that. That's kind of vintagey, distressed looking. Look how fun that is. Oh, I love this. It's so cute. All right, I have one more bucket to do, but I'll save that for later because you've seen me do 3. You got the idea down. All right, so what I'm gonna do is this candle. So when I went to the dollar store, I also found, and you've seen these are like Novena candles, and usually they have wrappers on them for faith or whatever it is that you're, they have Jesus and Mary and Joseph and the saints and all of that stuff, or if you have a sense of humor, they can have other stuff on there. These they happen to have blank, so I could make these tall pillar style candles for 4th of July. So I'm going to put this on here. Now these are smooth, so this should be a fairly easy way to roll this, and I am literally rolling this up because that'll provide for a simple and clear release. Now I know this release will probably be very flawed and you'll be able to see the candle through, which is not, normally we don't do over white because the release doesn't look that good, but I think with the broken foil on here, once everything is done, when the candle light comes through, it'll look so cool through the colored foils. Brushing over what I already done. Get way down here under this. I did go all the way up to the lip, and then when I gotta reach over, and then I gotta fold the bottom across because I did put foil adhesive on the bottom of this, and I don't care if the bottom looks like it's a mess. Yes, Susan, did I put something on the glass first? I cleaned the glass really well, and then I applied our Artsyville foil adhesive to it and let it set up, and these have been setting up in the studio all day. So now I'm releasing foil on the candle. And this is pretty darn cool too. Yes, there are some broken spots on here. I'm okay with that, but I'm gonna go back and see if I can't clean up a few of the really bad skips by taking the foil and lining up my stripe, going back here. It may make very little difference when I do this. Might give me a little more. It didn't give me much. But if I do this with my fingernail, if I'll get a little more off of there. A little bit. So this makes this is a fun looking candle. And the cool thing is, I could take it and do it in the other direction too. So I'm going to set that to the side, and then I'll show you what I mean by doing it in the other direction. I'm sure you all can figure it out. You're all smart people, but I'm going to show you anyway. All right. So we're going to take another one, and we're doing the stripes vertically instead of, or horizontally instead of vertically, sorry. Getting my verticals and horizontals mixed up. I get my left and rights mixed up too. So I will rub this and get all the foil released on here. Just do it with my hands and then grab the brush. Being very aggressive because this is glass, so I want as much released as possible on here. And then again, I'm going to fold this under so that I can get the bottom of the candle. Oh, that's coming out really well. All right, and here we go. So look, we got it vertically and horizontally, and both are so cute. I love it. All right, so we've got those. So I think what I need is just a red candle and maybe a blue candle. Push that out of the way. Let's use our blue stars foil. And again, I have not decided whether or not I am going to roll these in glitter to seal up any of the missing spots, or if I'm just going to top coat this. I'll decide in a minute. You all can give me some ideas. Should I top coat? Should I seal this up with some glitter before I top coat it, or should I just top coat them? You all have a voice, so enjoy. Tell me, give me some ideas, some thoughts. I'll look at what you're saying. Oh, this is so cute. And this is releasing nicely on here. I can already see it's doing that. I haven't even hit it with the scrub brush yet. I can already see it's releasing really, really well. All right, so scrub. Get in there. Just want to make sure I get everything. Again, up around the neck and folding over on the bottom. And obviously I'm not caring that much on how well I'm dealing with the bottom. Okay, this is so cute. This one I probably will put glitter on because we have a lot of broken release on here, and I think the glitter would make it look better. And then we're going to do the other one in red, I think. Why? Because I like it. I got a lot of silver on stuff, so I could use a little bright color. Okay, take the red back up, put it over there. Make sure I tape the blue back up too. I didn't put that tape back together yet. All right, so this is the candle number 4. And we're just gonna... We are so ready for 4th of July. I can't believe 4th of July is a week from Saturday. Holy crap. I keep saying this, but I think, you know, some of all the quiet time in the lockdown has just made time such a blur. but I can't keep track of what day of the week it is. So I'm always shocked when I realize, you know, when it is and how far into the calendar we've gone and all that sort of thing. All right, so I'm going to go like this as well because that's the direction I brush the foil adhesive in. So that may give me a little more constructive release here. I'll find out. I may be diluting myself. And then I'm going to again fold the foil in on the bottom. And this one, I didn't give myself quite enough. Use it. Glitter on one, top coat on another. Well, I top coat over the glitter too if it's going to be used like on a table, because nobody wants to have the glitter shedding all over their table. All right, so I got to put a little more right in there. See, I don't worry about the bottom being perfect. It's just that I had foiled. You know, if you get foil adhesive on it, you should put some stuff on there. Get that little spot right there. And just some up on here. Okay, so that one came out super cute too. And I'm going to tie, I think I'll probably tie some ribbon or something around the neck to complete the look, along with the glitter. But we do actually have one more substantially larger project to work on. So I'm going to push these things out of the side for those who waited. And by the way, for everybody who participated in our foil and pigment sale, thank you so much. We appreciate your business. Oh, this one's big. I may have to like give myself a wider frame. I don't know. All right, folks. This is it. We are working on, let me flip the camera up a little bit. Folks, we're working on a this is actually a 17-gallon galvanized aluminum wash tub. This is great for parties to put with ice in it and fill it with drinks, or you can put sand in it and put party favors in it, all kinds of ideas of what you can do, but no, we have to foil it. So, I'm gonna put this up here. This sucker's even bigger than I remember it. And, I'm sorry, you're looking right inside the wash tub. Maybe at least if you look at me, it's more interesting. All right, I'm gonna try to do this in ways that you can see it, but that's not going to be very easy. And I'm gonna be doing this in pieces because I want my stripes vertical on this. Believe it or not, that's actually gonna be easier for me to piece together than doing it with all the stripes going horizontally because it won't wrap well. So I'm taking a piece of foil adhesive, 1 foot wide, smoothing it on here, and then I'm going to see how it releases. And it's either going to be awesome or a complete disaster. And I could be very sorry I decided to do this. So, unfortunately, you can't see me doing this right now because I can't get a good camera angle on this. I may have to pull over my other tripod so you can watch me do this over my shoulder. And I'm okay with doing that. This is giving this really nice, rustic, soft release. So let me go get my other tripod. Okay, I got another tripod right there. And I'm gonna move this camera over my shoulder. Sorry for my hands on the lens for the moment. Okay, let me turn everything around. And get this in here without flipping the camera on the floor. All right, now you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, it's gonna be on a little weird angle because I'm on a gooseneck with this. So I have to adjust until you can see, until it stops bobbing too. All right, so here we go. Now, normally I don't go right to the edges with this, but stripes I can get away with that. Oops, I dropped that on the floor. That was not my smart move of the day. I'll roll this up a little bit. See? When working on a very full table, it's really easy for things to get stuck to itself in bad ways. All right, so I can set that to the side now. I think I got all the way down to the bottom. Let me push this off the edge so I can actually get to the very bottom edge here. And, oh yeah, I like that. Now, we didn't get the stripes all the way in here. So what we're gonna do is turn the foil upside down. We're gonna match our stripes up again. Which is not at all hard to do. And I might take this in here a little bit and go into these stripes. Just so we get a little more complete on the pattern. You know, it's not very complete there, but there we go. And I'm okay with it. It's just, I kind of look at this pattern being broken up like this as sort of like an old faded pair of jeans. A little Old Glory-ish. Less of an issue than on this than it would be on other projects. I'm gonna stick that stuff over there so I can stop knocking it on the floor. And then I'm gonna put my foil right up here. Actually, I gotta raise it just a little bit higher because I didn't cut straight the last time. And I'm just gonna try to match up closely, but not worrying if it's not perfect, because things aren't perfect. Let's see, maybe I can get this out here and actually fold this into that crease a little bit. Again, I am not going to go inside this because if I put something wet in here, it's just not going to hold up. All right, I need to get into that crease a little bit. There we go. And then I kind of need to do give a little TLC over here because it didn't get as well scrubbed. I really like how this is coming out. I think this is going to be so fun. I know this is not like the speediest process in the world, but it's definitely worthwhile. And then I'll come back and I'll top coat this with some, probably some C500 because that's exterior rated and it'll wear harder. Normally I will tell you though, do this a little sooner than this weekend because top coats like 30 days to cure. Water-based top coats want 30 days to cure, and you know, you're going to be given it, if you do it this weekend, you got a week. So it might want to be a little temperamental with the sweating. But I think for a holiday party, what the heck? This is a very inexpensive way to decorate. And if you don't like it, you can always do it over. I mean, you know, okay, we got this for 4th of July. And then fill it all up with something else for Christmas and Halloween. bobbing for apples on Halloween. Maybe we'll refoil this at Halloween time, and I'll make it all purple and orange, and we'll put pumpkin, put little apples floating in it. Who knows? I think there's lots of opportunities to use something like this for something fun. All right, let's get in there. And somebody saying hi from Ithaca. Let me just check and see who that was. Comments are off. I don't want the comments off. Sue, hi, how are you? Nice to see you. All right, so we're gonna do this. I really like this kind of distressed, old, faded look that this gives on the galvanized aluminum. I think that's such a perfect look for something like this. Yeah, we got a little bit of little attention needed under here, simply because this is where the foils will overlap a little bit funny. That's okay. There you go. Now it'll disappear. Nobody will notice. All right, so we got more odd pieces of foil sticking to stuff. Boy, there's going to be a whole lot of red, white, and blue foils in the scrap bag for anybody who orders in the next week or so. I hope you all enjoy getting scraps when we ship. I always try, especially if somebody's ordered foils, to throw in some scraps. It's great packing material, but also it gives everybody a chance to see some of the new foils. And if you don't want foil scraps in your packages, put it in the notes. If you do want foil scraps in your packages, put it in the notes when you order. Basically, put it all in the notes. All right, let's go. Oh, I missed some right there. There's a little more right there. Okay, good. And if you notice, I'm not always trying super hard to match up where the stripes are. I'm just trying to get close so I don't screw it up too much, so it doesn't look funny. Okay. Also, try not to do what I just did, which is stick my thumb right there, because that on the wrong thing will leave you a thumbprint in your final finish. It won't show on this one, but it will show in a lot of stuff. Let's get this one done. Y'all are just keeping me company while I'm foiling away here. I'm working on some other content just for our YouTube channel. So it's been a busy week here at the studio. Done. I'm getting this wrapped around. I think what I just need to do is do like this. Now this one I will not be dusting with any kind of glitter before I top coat it. Why? Because I just said I'm probably going to repaint it for Halloween, so I don't want to add any additional texture that I'm going to have to deal with later. Okay, let's get that in there. Go. That came out well. Except I missed some spots over here. Let's see if I can get that lined up a little bit so I can get into that stripe that I needed to scrub in a little bit. At least burnish with my finger. And this does actually still deposit the silver on here, but it's so hard to see it as silver because the galvanized aluminum reads silver as well. Like that one little spot was bugging me, so I want a little more blue there. We're almost done. I think 2 more pieces, and that should get us the whole rest of this. Maybe 2.5 pieces will be completed with this, and we can then view our array of 4th of July celebratory decor. And you can use it for Memorial Day, you can use it for Labor Day, you can use it for 4th of July, you can use it for any reason you want to. Let's get that up there. And all of our restaurants are finally opening up starting this week. So I hope everybody is able to go out and enjoy a safe, healthy, and socially distanced meal, finally outside of the house, seeing other people. Oh, I see other people now. I feel like I've been in a cave. Like, ooh, you know, it's like I feel like a dog approaching a stranger. Are you safe? Can I be around you? I'm sure everybody's had those moments of like, ooh, I'm out in public and there's people around me. I don't know what to do. I've felt that a little bit lately. Does the top coat seal the foils? Yes, Susan, it does. What it does is this foil adhesive stays permanently sticky, meaning that you could come back in a year and if you don't have anything released on the spot like that, you could release foil on it because it will stay sticky. So the top coat is going to seal the stickiness of the leftover foil adhesive, and it's going to protect your finish. Your foil, keep it from scratching, keep it from peeling off, keep any bad things from happening to it. Let's see, I think I got a little more red that needs to come off on that stripe right there. All right, and then there's my last spot right there. I feel like I'm gonna have a party, and quite frankly, nobody's coming to my house 4th of July this year. Usually we have friends over and we go to pool and go swimming and barbecue and have a bunch of people around. But this one's a little different, as we all know. You know, saying it's different is, I might as well be saying water's wet. We all know it's going to be different this year. Although we're 2 doors down from an ice cream store right here, and they've been able to do curbside. You know, they've closed their front doors, put in Dutch doors so that they can use one surface, you know, one door to take orders and the other door to deliver the orders, sort of like 2 ends of counter. So we have lots of kids around, and our windows, you saw the pictures on Facebook, our window's been very colorful, so the kids all come by and like count the little foiled birds in the window and count the little eggs or the bunnies or whatever it is that I've got in there. Very cute with it. It's nice to see the kids out again. All right, I think I need to scratch that a little more. There we go. Let's get in there a little more. Getting down to the very last bit. And there we go. So now we have, okay, I had a magnet that fell off of my lamp and into the bucket. But see, here we go. We've got our party for the bucket now. So we've done this today. We've got our party bucket. And we have party candles. And more party candles. And let me get the things that I can't reach in this bucket. We've got our party buckets. These are all so cute. I got one more bucket to finish and then I'm done for the day, but I think you all have watched me foil enough. I think you got the idea. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful afternoon. Stay well, stay healthy. Sprinkle the love. Use that arrow button. Pass us around. Because next month we are going to be having a contest that will depend on the sprinkles. So get used to using your sprinkle button. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Enjoy it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.